Hey guys, Sean Cronin just bringing you a few words of encouragement, inspiration, of hope. This morning I was reading in the Bible, the book of 1 Peter. In 1 Peter 4:10 he tells us this. He says, each one of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others, faithfully administering God's grace in its various forms. This was first written to Christians who were being persecuted, whose possessions and their jobs were being taken away from them. And yet Peter says, hey, all of us have something that we can give, that we can serve other people so they can encounter God's grace and His truth. And you might think like that you're maybe don't have much to contribute, don't have much to give, but all of us have something. It might be small, but all of us have something that we can contribute, something that we can do to serve somebody and help them encounter God's grace and bring light to their darkness today. Kind of reminds me of the old Italian gentleman several years ago. He was a bit discouraged because he didn't think he'd be able to plant his tomatoes like he always did every year. It had been a really cold winter, the ground was really hard, and his only son that usually helped him was serving time in the state penitentiary for crimes related to the Italian mob. And so he writes a letter to his son Vinny saying this, dear Vinny, I'm a bit discouraged. Says this year I don't think I'll be able to plant my tomato garden. I don't think my back will hold up to it. I know if you were here, you would help me. All my problems would be over. Love, Dad. Several days later, he receives a letter back from his son saying this, hey, Dad, I'm sorry to hear about your tomato garden. I know how that could be discouraging. I know how you love seeing those tomatoes grow every year, but whatever you do, don't dig up the backyard. That's where I hid the bodies. 3 o'clock the next day, the dad receives a knock at the door. It's the FBI, it's the police. They invade his backyard. They start digging it up, looking for all these bodies, but they don't find anything. So confused, they leave, apologizing for the father for ripping up his backyard. And they get out of his hair. The next day, he receives a letter from his son. Dad, you can plant your tomatoes now. Sorry, but that's the best I can do given the circumstances. Yeah, and you might not think you have much to contribute. You might be in a position where you're like, I can't, what do I have to give? And yet we all have something to give. So this week, maybe today, whatever it is, ask yourself this question. How can I help? How can I serve other people? Go throughout your day, go into work, go throughout your neighborhoods, wherever you might be. Say, how can I help? What can I contribute? And if we are going to be light in someone's darkness, we're going to have to slow down. We're going to have to ask ourselves that question, but then we're going to have to slow down because God will give us opportunities to help and serve other people. But we might be going too fast in order to take advantage of those opportunities. I know I did this morning. I was in my way and rushing in to teach a fitness class, and well, I was rushing out my door and walked down my front steps, and as I did, I heard my neighbor's door open up, a woman who I'm trying to get to know, just trying to serve, and she's got her hands full. It's recycling day, it's trash day. She's got trash in one hand, recycling in another, a work bag. She's trying to get out the door to get to work on time, and she's struggling. I see her, and I'm in a rush. I say, hey, good morning, see ya, have a good day. And I get in my car, I speed away, and then it hits me. Sean, there's your opportunity. God's giving you an opportunity. Why did you miss it? Because you were so focused on getting to work so you can get done what you need to get done. And yeah, we need to get things done, okay, on time, but sometimes we just need a margin. A little time in our schedule where we can take a little bit slower pace of life. So we can ask that question. When God provides those opportunities to serve other people, to be a blessing, we take advantage of them. And so this week, would you try to do this with me? Ask yourself this question. How can I help? How can I serve somebody? And how can I allow there to be a little bit of margin in my schedule so that when God provides those opportunities, I take advantage?